Hello and welcome back to the TGG Adventures campaign. We are on the final level. We have won first attempt at all the other ones. So it's our chance to have our second clean sweep after Cornucopia, I believe was the other one. All right, I got all 10. Let's see if we can do it. We don't have to be second player here. Mission has fawning service and include fast track. Okay, fast track is the duration reserve thing. Fawning service. Automatically buy this event for free when gaining a province. Whoa! Alright, so yeah, opening T-Mog makes a lot of sense. Let's look at this. Trashing is T-Mog and then Ratcatcher. And yeah, T-Mogging Estates looks good. It is unfortunate not to open with a Magpie, but, well, you can still, I guess, if you T-Mog Estate to actually... Yeah, I guess it kind of has to be to silver, because if you do it to, like, Ratcatcher, Dungeon, or Gear, or Guide, those will all get set aside rather than coming immediately into effect. But, yeah, I mean, I think we want to just grab a T-Mog here. Interesting. So they go with Ratcatcher and Gear. Yeah, I don't know. Gear does make a lot of sense. I do wonder about Ratcatcher being too slow here. We could get 2 gears. We could do a lot of things. So if we play gear, it's gonna draw, set aside some coppers. I guess we could set aside the estate as well. Like the point is that like the other these 3 coppers will be in play, but I'm gonna draw 2 more. Like I could see the argument for just going like Gear Dungeon and not bothering with Ratcatcher, because you've also got Magpie, like I said, for draw, and there's not like the payload is not amazing. We do Gear Dungeon. Makes it more likely we can find our T-Mog again. I think I like Gear Dungeon. Okay. So we could traveling fair. How does that interact with the don't think there's a reason to hold on to the estates. My thought is we traveling fair a magpie onto our deck. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So do we want another gear or another dungeon? I'm gonna say gear. I mean, we could grab another dungeon too. We could just do that. We'd also put another T-Mog onto our mat. We do have another estate in those 5 cards. And, I mean, T-Mogging these things isn't necessarily bad either. We also T-Mog into Messenger so that we can get plus buy without giving our opponent a card. Yeah. Well, let's set aside the gear. I haven't actually rat catcher trashed any coppers. All right. Hmm. Different ways to go here. Like, we could T-Mog the gear like I was talking about. Also just T-Mog estate into gear. We would get to play them both. Yeah, I don't know. We could even consider taking a silver and just, you know, trying to get some more money this turn for traveling fair. Dungeon into port, also reasonable. Set aside the estate for the other T-Mog next turn. Maybe that's the play. Six. Maybe we do just need to take a messenger with whatever. But what is that whatever? I don't know. Our deck might be better equipped to handle a silver. I mean, we could also do Messenger Magpie, and then we get to top deck the Magpie. There's something to be said for that. Yeah. don't want to top deck the messenger. Giant again? What is it with you and the giants? You might have to gain a rat catcher if they're going to play with giant, because they can give me curses. It's annoying. Alright. Do we want a silver? Do we want another gear? Probably another gear. It is the draw. Or some of it at any rate. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate! Should we turn the deck over? Probably. Let me get those magpies into the shuffle. Oh, but then it's terminal. It is probably wise to set aside some coppers. We can messenger magpie. That's amazing. All right, now we turn the deck over. We can traveling fair as well. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Forgot I did that. Like, what? What just happened? Oh, yeah. We should probably try to get some more ports. There's a little bit of concern that they're just going to empty the ports and we're going to be stuck without very many of them. I mean, it's not the type of board where we need a ton of terminal space, but it'd still be good to have more, obviously. Ugh. Mission. You can't do much on a mission turn. They don't have T-Mog, though. Although they did have T-Mog. I guess they left it on the mat. Well, I guess they can set a bunch of cards aside with gear. So we could turn Messenger into more ports, and then plan to get another Messenger. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. It'd be good to set aside some ports here. What I'd like to do, I can't quite afford to do, which is to get a province and get the mission, and then also get a rat catcher that I can then set aside the curse and be able to trash it. Oh my god, piles are so low, I just realized. Holy shit. Okay. Ah, gods. I did not realize that at all. Oh, fuck. We might just be lost. I mean... Ooh. Well, setting aside the curse isn't really going to do anything, I don't think. So I think we've got to take the province. I'm actually kind of tempted to buy a copper, honestly. That way I can... I mean, I probably shouldn't, but I could just like a T-mark the curse to a copper. It's not insane, maybe. Maybe that's not insane. It does mean we don't have this T-Mog on the mat. That's the one thing. And maybe we should be T-Mogging into a duchy. They have 2 T-Mogs down. Ugh. There's also like duplicate to consider. I think we need the duchy. So it probably needs to be off of a magpie. Come on, gear. Dang it. Ah. And they really, like, outpaced me here, and I'm not really sure why. Oh, there goes that again. Maybe I wasn't supposed to trash that other messenger. Maybe I was supposed to trash something else, but... Not the greatest. Looking turn coming up here, because like, I don't know, T-Mogging Magpie right now. Does not look great. And I guess we could just leave it on the mat. Wait for the mission. Oh my god. So much for mission. Well, that was a disaster. I guess we should... No, we've got another curse down there. Yeah. Buy a rat catcher and just hope we don't immediately lose the game, which we probably will. Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but they... It must have gotten outplayed. It's only turn 9. Jeez. Wait. Okay, so they didn't have a good turn. Well. Oh. Well, now I found the curse. Alright, well, at least we'll be able to set it aside. Do we even set anything aside here? We really want to hit province, so I guess not. Do we put this stuff into our discard pile? There is a province down there. So a decent number of magpies. No ports. Yeah, I'm gonna say we discard. Okay, so... I mean, we could trash 2 magpies and 2 more duchies. We could also trash a magpie into a duplicate. No, that doesn't work. I guess we could also trash the messenger. Instead, not worry about having plus buy, although we won't have 8 coins in our deck if we do that. Alternatively, we have 2 T-Mogs down, so they could run the provinces down pretty far, but not quite all the way. Alternatively, we just leave the T-Mogs where they are for reach in the future. Keep our deck a little bit nicer and just search for our gears. I think I'm going to do that, actually. Okay. Set aside, like... We're not going to have the rat catcher in place, so setting aside the curse isn't necessarily helping us too much. Magpie Duchy, then? Magpie Port? Definitely should have gotten more gears. Don't know when I would have done it, is the problem. It's like, I just didn't have time to do anything, it felt like. Maybe I should have tried to build bigger. Maybe I shouldn't have panicked when the AI hit province. But the problem is, like, the mission value is so good. Like, even if all it's doing is, like, setting you up, like, you get to play your T-Mogs, you get to, like, play your gears, whatever. That's still, like, so much value. I don't know. All right. Now we're really in a rough spot with respect to the province pile. But I think if we go... Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to use the T-Mogs now, though, does it? Like, help us hit province. Gonna need to do. I mean, unless. I don't know. T-Mog into 2 giants or something. That alone would be enough. I mean, maybe we should. Heck, why not? Maybe we can get a big attack off. Not a big attack. Very much not. Having the port set aside does seem nice. We're probably also just going to lose here, but... we want to discard? I don't know. I lost track of what might be down there. We can get our T-Mogs down. Nah. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Damn it! I got so close. Ugh. Alright. I really don't know what I needed to do differently, honestly. It was like... Alright, well they started with a 3-4, which seems bad for them. Should this just be gear? Maybe we do get a rat catcher. We go gear rat catcher. We don't have the T-Mog down. I wonder if we just set aside copper. Like, do we want to trash a state with Ratcatcher? That's not even clear to me. We set aside copper, we're more likely to have a little bit more money. And then we don't have to worry. Well, it's less likely that our T-Mog just totally whiffs on the estates. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. So we could just get another T-Mog here. I like that. And another gear. And a silver? We could probably use the money. Set aside 2 by Magpie or Fort? We could set aside nothing and actually set aside with the other one and then traveling fair. But maybe that's not as valuable as having 2 extra cards set aside, given we're gonna have 2 T-Mogs in the shuffle. That also means we don't have any terminals in the shuffle, so we probably don't need the ports. So let's get the Magpie. Wait, what? Oh! Oh, they're that... Okay. They, like, denied me... like, the ability to potentially duplicate the Magpie because the gear itself drew. It's funny. Alright, well, no reason not to set aside the Magpie. 6 coins... or 8 coins... I guess the traveling fair isn't going to help us too much. We T-Mog... I'm thinking we go Traveling Fair Ports, and then we T-Mog Silver to Messenger. It was the Giant again. Yeah, I guess we'll trash another copper. We leave the other T-Mog on the mat. Take more ports. I guess we could consider the Giant. I mean, we could use more payload, that's for sure. Attack is annoying. We don't quite have the terminal space for it right now. We have 2 gears and a messenger to play. I guess we could T-Mog port to port, potentially, to gain a little bit there. We'd also just take more ports and T-Mog port to Giant if that's what we really want. Yeah. If we do port to port, we can messenger ports, and then they don't get any more ports. I guess we could also do gear to port if we think it's more important to have the ports and we can buy more gears, which might be the case. When we have 4 ports right now, you end up with 7. That's probably enough. I probably don't need all of this. That should be a copper. Oh. Rude. Do we want to trash another copper? We do have 8 coins in our deck. That's assuming we don't trash a port into a giant or whatever. Yeah, I guess so. Do we want to trash a port into a giant? I guess we could. Seemed to work out well enough for them last time, and it is a way to get more payload. I would like to see my other magpie that I know is down there. I just... I honestly kind of want to hit province this turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, well, we can do it. Cost of not setting anything aside, but that's probably fine. Hang it. Now we have more money than we need. Okay. We can take one more giant with the eye towards flipping the token around to favorable orientation, but still getting you to attack this turn. Downside is... well, maybe we just take it off the messenger. Do we need 3 buys anyway? Probably not. There we go. Let's do this like this. We'd like to find the other T-Mog. I guess... do this. Aha! We probably should keep trashing coppers now. Oh, shit. That's not good. Oh, wait. Did we have 3 messengers? Oh, no, they trashed my giant. Oh, I misread this. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Wait, did I lose a T? No, I called one last turn, right? Or maybe I did. Did they trash one of my T-Mogs? No. Right. But I called it during on the mission turn? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, um, jumping out at me is like we should T-Mog into this. Can I put my discard pile into my deck? Messenger? That would be nice. I guess we can top deck a Magpie. That's pretty good. Alright, so we can't do anything super exciting with this plus 5, but I guess getting another Ratcatcher at the very least means we have a draw an extra... Oh no, that draws the card now. Yeah, that isn't useful, is it? It's only useful from the perspective that, like, if we get a curse multiple times, we're able to trash it. That doesn't seem worth worrying about. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have trashed Copper at the beginning of my turn. It'd be nice to have more money. But now that we have more Magpies, I guess we can T-Mog one of those. No reason to take a Giant right now, though. So maybe... What we could do is T-Mog Ratcatcher to Gear, and then we have another Gear. That seems like a nice thing to do. Maybe I should have taken... I guess I can take the Ratcatcher later. I guess we just set aside Province and stop. I mean, one Gear set aside is a little underwhelming, but... Oh no, we're gonna have two. That's right. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. It's whatever. Okay. I have two T-Mogs down. I only have one. We could... No, we don't... Yeah, we don't have the reach. We should do something to add some more money to our deck. Like right now we have 10 coins. I guess silver we have 12, which isn't really good enough for anything valuable. I mean, there is a possibility that we can just empty piles. If we take... Probably Magpie and then try to buy Messenger for Gear plus Estate. Might be worth going for. Gear to Magpie. It's just that it's by no means guaranteed, right? But if it doesn't work, it's not really a huge problem. Okay. Well, Now all we need is our money. And we got there. Oh, we don't even need points. Well, that was as close as you can get without getting there. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, they had a worse opening here. And this may just be one of those boards where the AI plays it well enough that it's going to be tough to win as second player. And, you know, I was fortunate that they didn't have the 4-3. I mean, I did play it a little bit differently, but a lot of that was just, you know, like, oh, I had a 5-2, so I didn't have the double 3. Like, you know, I don't know, maybe that early dungeon was bad. Maybe the Giants were that good. I don't know. It's just, it feels like the kind of board where it goes so fast that you just can't do the things you want to do. And certainly, like, the choice of what to use T-Mog on seems very difficult, because it's like, you know, obviously you have these excess ports and magpies. If you trash too many of your ports, you're going to run out of plus actions, and you also, like, with both port and magpie, you have the issue of, like, being able to draw that turn, right? It's like, if I turn, you know, one of those into, like, a giant or another T-Mog or something, then messenger, you know, it's harder to draw that turn. So it's definitely tricky. The province, like the fawning mission or whatever, also definitely pushes like a strategy that's more suited to the AI's strengths, I would say. But yeah, I still don't feel very confident about how to play this board. You know, it's like, I want more gears, but I only have 3 estates in the deck. And then it's like awkward to get enough money to like feel like I'm getting value from that, because it's like I do need ports in order to play like a whole bunch of gears, but then like, you know, it's like a lot of like hitting 6, and yeah, you can't, well, you know, with no plus buys, so it's like I can't buy port gear off of that. Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. And I do also wonder about duplicate. Like, duplicate going straight to the mat does seem helpful. Like, maybe you could do something there, but yeah, probably not. Like, it's only like a one-time effect, and I guess it's like, well, you know, you could have just gotten the thing instead, for the most part, unless you're using it to gain duchies. I mean, the thing you could do, of course, is, you know, like, you have a bunch of gears in hand, you T-Mog those to duplicates, and then you buy a duchy and you duplicate that. Like, that's something you wouldn't be able to do, like, straightforwardly, but most of the cards you're gaining along the way are 4 costs anyway, so it's like you could just get the thing rather than getting a duplicate. But yeah. Well, yeah, definitely a tricky one. It is really too bad I couldn't close it out, but I don't. Yeah, I guess I'm not super surprised, because, like I said, I like the fact that I don't feel confident how to play the board, and that what the AI was doing was not too dissimilar from what I was doing, you know, and its first player, like, means I'm probably playing at a disadvantage. At least the first time around when we both had the same opening. It would just been nice if there was like some like strong 5 cost on this board, right? Like, you know, getting, when you're hitting like 5 and 6 with no plus buy, you're like, what am I buying with that? It'd be nice if it was like, oh, I'm buying Something that isn't giant, but, you know, costs more than 4 goons. Let me buy goons. That would have done the trick. Anyway, well, that is it for the Adventures campaign. Thanks for watching, and next time we will proceed to Empires. Until then.